Hey y'all, welcome back to Pageant Perspectives. Miss America, Second Lieutenant Marsh, Madison Marsh, Miss America, now bride to be, is engaged. Back in my day, and Miss America 1.0, this is something that you would get dethroned for, honey. So let's talk about why it is so historical and monumental for pageant girls everywhere. So if you are new here, it is no secret across all systems since the beginning of time that pageant girls have been conditioned, manipulated, persuaded, contractually bound, forced, highly recommended, whatever word you want to use, to remain single, to end romantic relationships, to hide romantic relationships from the eye of the public while they are title holders, whether that be on the local, state, national, international level. It does not matter. For whatever reason, the people in charge take the MISS title very literally, very seriously, and they think it best for young women in the Miss Division to remain single or to hide their romantic relationships, to preserve that literal meaning of MISS. Single, not married, no kids, young, youthful, virginistic. There have even been girls who have been told, myself included, while you are preparing to compete at the next level, you need to eat, sleep, breathe pageantry. You do not have time to be entertaining your beau. You don't have time to be dating. Never mind the fact that women and humans alike can multitask and that we make time for what's important to us. Never mind the fact that most girls who compete in the Miss Division are in their early to mid 20s. They're young women, they're in college, they're dating, they're being courted, they're figuring out what their boundaries are in dating, they're figuring out their love languages, they're figuring out how they want to be treated. But when you are a title holder, all of that gets shut down. When you are competing, when you are a pageant girl, a contestant who seriously wants to get to that next level, boys, boyfriends, fiancés, romantic partners, all of that is a no. I know here in my great state of Georgia, title holders who have gone on to be national title holders have hid their engagements for the remaining last few months of their reign because of the pressure that they were feeling, because of the unspoken rules, because of what they may have been contractually bound to. There have also been relationships where boyfriends have not only asked permission from parents to propose, but to state and national directors as well, and then still had to hide the engagement until the young lady gave up her title. There have been girls who have been docked points or forfeited the crown because of their committed relationships, and directors felt that they weren't able to focus on prep while also being in a relationship. I myself considered postponing my wedding for a year to appear more appealing and committed in the eyes of pageant boards for competitions that I wanted to compete in. I have gotten a few interview questions asking me how I was going to balance planning a wedding and being a title holder. There are girls who don't wear their engagement rings when they compete. There are girls who have postponed wedding days for the sake of being able to compete and use up all the time that they have in the Miss Division. I would also be willing to put money on the fact that there are some pageant girls out there who have been told, hey, we need you to remain single or appear single for the sake of the ego and the support of our male donators, supporters, and sponsors. Because if they feel like they have access to you, if they feel like they have a chance with you, then we can maintain their support. But we can't do that if your boyfriend is always around. So now, not even 2 weeks into her reign, Miss America Madison Marsh, Second Lieutenant Marsh bride to be, has not only gotten engaged, but she has announced it to the world and the system. The Miss America organization is supporting her and backing her and congratulating her. This is such a big statement and a big deal, specifically in the Miss America organization, because what Madison is doing is sending a message that she does not have to sacrifice her romantic relationships for her academic and professional ambition, and vice versa. It is no different than the plight that professional women face in the workplace of, should I stay in my career or should I start a family? If I start a family, I'm going to get behind at work. It's no different, y'all. It is a similar plight. It is a similar fight that all women are facing. And the fact that she is taking a stand on this so young and so early in her reign is just a boss move. It's so incredible, in my opinion. She has not only carved a path for herself, but also for her pageant sisters that will come behind her. Because now, girls who are in committed relationships, who are expecting their significant other to pop the question soon, who do want to become wives and moms, and are starting to plan out their lives and their futures with the man that they love or the person that they love, they now have more confidence and security in staying in MAO and continuing their pageant career in MAO because of this move that Madison has made, especially being the fact that now USA has lifted the age and parental and marital statuses in their system. I think that it will also be very lovely to see Miss America truly being treated like the queen she is by her now fiance, in whatever way they show or choose to share their relationship with the public. She is a role model for so many girls, and I think it's important for young girls and young women to see their role models being treated with care and respect and being supported and being loved in their romantic relationships. It is very important for young girls to not only see examples of healthy relationships at home and loving relationships at home between their parents, but also for them to see the celebrities and the role models and the public figures that they look up to also in healthy and loving relationships. Just imagine being a young girl in the Miss America Princess program, and Miss America comes and makes an appearance at your state pageant, and she's accompanied by her fiance, who treats her with such care, who loves her, who supports her, who respects her, who talks to her with gentleness and kindness. And you get to see a loving relationship outside of your home, and you get to see your role model being treated like the true queen that she is. And it's so important for young girls to see healthy relationships, because for some reason society and the Miss America organization thinks that young women and young girls are just supposed to wake up and be married and not go through this experience of dating and figuring out what you like and figuring out how you want to be treated, how you want to be loved, how you want to be respected, figuring out what your love languages are. It's important for young girls to see older women go through those experiences, and for us to lead by example so that young girls know how to be loved and how to be treated. And if Miss America and her fiance give us a glimpse into their relationship, I think that seeing her in a loving relationship will be very impressionable and very positive on the next generation of girls. Y'all, can we also say free wedding? I think this was also a very good marketing and branding move on Madison's part and on the system's part, because who would not want to dress Miss America in her wedding gown? Who would not want to provide Miss America with her bridesmaids' dresses and her wedding jewelry and the jewelry for her bridesmaids? Who would not want to dress Miss America's fiance, soon to be husband, in a custom-made tuxedo? Who would not want to sponsor that venue? So I think with the whole rebranding that Miss America has already gone through, this will just draw more attention to additional vendors. I would not be surprised if Giovanni designs her wedding gown, now that they are an official sponsor of Miss America. Now, I've also been hearing Walker, I think that's his name, soon to be Mr. America, getting a lot of heat for proposing so early in Madison's reign. I've heard that he is being selfish, that he just wants the world to know that, they're together and that she's his, and that he should have allowed her to stay single a little bit during her reign instead of, jumping the gun and proposing, right away. I disagree with all of that. I think first and foremost, y'all, we have to remember that she said yes. She accepted the proposal. She's happy about the proposal. She posted, her engagement announcement. So she's happy. Second of all, y'all will not let these young men win. I don't see anything wrong with a young man being intentional with a woman that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. He recognizes the queen that he has, and he wants to commit to her and lock it down. There is nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Reminds me of my husband. Another thing, y'all, when a young woman gets married, that experience is all about her. Everything is all about the bride. From the moment she says yes up until she leaves for her honeymoon, everything is all about the bride. The proposal, the time, the place, the aesthetic, the verbal proposal itself, that is the one thing that the young man has control over. And if he felt in his heart of hearts that this was the right time for him to propose to the love of his life, to this young woman, that is not something that we should hold against him. That is not something that we should fault him for. We should be commending him on being an intentional young man and for committing to the woman that he wants to spend the rest of his life with. So I think it's high time that we invite significant others, boyfriends, fiancés of pageant girls into the spotlight, because they are a crucial part of that support system as well. And they play such a huge role in a pageant girl and a title holder having the support and the love and the encouragement that she needs. They're just as important as the directors, as the parents, as the sponsors. So overall, I love this for them. I think it's a beautiful thing. As a young wife myself, I'm always going to be congratulatory when people take the next step of commitment in marriage and life. And I think we're going to see a rising trend of more involvement from pageant boyfriends and fiancés and significant others now that Miss America can be openly engaged, and also now that wives and moms and anybody really can compete in the Miss USA system now.